Are you in the hunt for better tone via a new saxophone mouthpiece? Am I talking to you? Well, me too. Who plays a saxophone isn't, all right? I have certainly been down that road for years and years and years. Yeah, these are current pieces that I've spent as much as $1,000 on a mouthpiece, thinking, well, that was the answer. $500-600 mouthpieces. I've got you name it, I've got it. Even the really cool shape your own sound mouthpieces. I've tried them all over the last million years or so that I've been playing the horn. I've got a student who has some disposable income, and he comes in every weekend. He's a great player, really puts the effort into learning his horn, learning his craft, and he is able to purchase stuff that you just would drool over if vintage mouthpieces and some of the newer mouthpieces, and so through him I get to vicariously enjoy his hunt for tone via a mouthpiece. And the sad thing is that none of them have helped him improve his tone. They do all sound a little bit different because, as Scott Paddock has taught us, I learned this from one of his videos. Scott Paddock is a very great, he's a great teacher, good series of videos. He taught us that every mouthpiece does something different. Every mouthpiece is designed to do a specific job. So yeah, they all sound different, but they don't improve his tone any. And the problem is what this particular student does is he listens to uploads on, say, TikTok and Instagram, and he hears smooth jazz players, and those musicians are incredibly overproduced, right? Such that the saxophone no longer sounds like a saxophone. So he thinks, well, I'm going to sound like that when I buy this blah, 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 blah. And of course, it doesn't work like that. What it works, how it is exactly how it works. No matter which piece I'm using, I sound like me playing either of these pieces. That's what's going to happen. You will sound like you playing your new mouthpiece, whatever you decide to get. Think about it. If a mouthpiece was the solution to your tone, now again, a mouthpiece can help. The buzzer can help. All right. This is the biggest part, and a good mouthpiece can help. But if it was the solution to great tone, we'd all sound like Stan Getz. All right. Hey, my name is Dave. I teach people how to play the saxophone. Welcome to the channel. If you are working on tone, it's one of my favorite subjects. And if you'd like to set up a private consultation, do a little private one-on-one time with me, I'll put a link below that you can contact. You can reach out and contact me, tell me what you want to work on, and we can get that set up, okay? Now, those of you watching may not have the extra scoots, the extra $400 or $500 or $600 laying around to go out and shop a new piece. I want you to take heart, okay? Many of the gods of saxophone, past and present, played very simple mouthpieces, very simple and inexpensive mouthpieces for the lifetime of their career. Let's think about a modern cat, Chris Potter. You know who he is. The late Hank Crawford played a very simple mouthpiece. Cannonball, I believe, played a Meyer 5 for his entire career. Paquito de Rivera, another very simple mouthpiece. Bob Reynolds famously played, I think, a Tone Master, right? A link tone, no, a tone edge, a link tone edge until it stopped working. I think he played that all the way from high school all the way up till fairly recently. Phil Woods is said to have played a Meyer Brothers mouthpiece, likely the same one over the years. Sherman Irby plays a very simple mouthpiece, and Maceo Parker. So those are a variety of styles, but they all sounded wonderful on incredibly simple mouthpieces. They specifically wanted simple mouth. They weren't limited. They could have whatever they want, but they stuck with the simplest pieces that worked for them. I started playing in the early 1960s, and we honestly, back then you played the mouthpiece that came with the saxophone. The mouthpiece industry had not ramped up yet. Yeah, there were better mouthpieces for sale, But it wasn't like it is now, where every time you pop onto the internet, you see an ad for the new, biggest, best, brightest, fastest little fixture tone. Get that big beefy sound, only $500. A budget priced horn mouthpiece for only $500. That's a lot of money where I come from. Anyway, there's a couple, if you just really got to have a new piece and you really want to try something out, a couple of super low cost options. I've been playing a Rico Graph-Tonite. I've also owned a Metalite. I did not keep that. I gave it away. It had a super high baffle in it, but they're pretty cool. And I think $35 will get them delivered to your front porch. That cheap. That's right. And again, I'm not sponsored by them at all. These are things that I've actually played. I actually play sax. I play sax I play at least 3-4 times a week, and I have played. I played on those mouthpieces, so I still have the Graph-Tonite that I use on the tenor. Meyer makes a wonderful mouthpiece. I play a Meyer 5 on the Con 6M, although I do have a drawer full of Meyers, every size, and oh my God, it just goes on and on. Dropped one on the floor there. Some of my students have absolutely loved the Van Doren, the V16 series. And I think all of those, the Meyers and the Van Dorens are under $200, all right? But still, that might be a lot of money for some of you. You can still make whatever you got sound better. You can still make your rig sound better through proper technique. And that's where, again, I can help. I'd love to talk to you. So reach out. I'll leave my contact information in the description below. And if you have any comments about your mouthpiece hunt, your search for the best mouthpiece, and and any stories that you'd like to share with us, please leave them in the comments. I try to respond to everybody. All right. Hey, that's all I got. Handful of mouthpieces. I know. And you think, wow, look at all those mouthpieces I got. There's more in the drawer. And you think, why in the world? Well, it's just something that, over the years you end up with, kind of like tools. Do I use them? No, I don't use them. What I do is I play one mouthpiece specifically. I stick with that one mouthpiece until I get PO'd about my tone or something doesn't quite sound right. So I'll switch and I'll go grab the other mouthpiece and I'll realize, yeah. Go back to the piece that you've been playing all this time. And again, it's your basic, simple stock, no frills Meyer 5. Meyer 5M, okay? 5mm to be specific. Anyway, if you have any questions, you know where to find me. All right, thanks for being here. I appreciate you so much, and I will talk to you again soon. Leave your comments, and meanwhile, play your saxophone. Do some good work and be good to one another. Take care. Bye-bye.